Yo, I'm on board, bro. I'm so massively on board. I can't get on board fast enough. God damn. Wait, hold on. Let me find this shit, dude. I got you. Fuck it. Hold on. Wait for a second, man. Wait for a second. Wait a second. Here we go. Got yeah! This is so fucking good, and I'm on board, bro. I'm so on board. All right, hold on. Let me bring it back. So let me bring it back. I'm like, fuck yeah. Yo, okay. First of all, I only watch. Okay, so order, structure. Let me calm the fuck down. Let me bring it back. Okay, fine. Okay, you guys and gals, what is up? The King of Lightning is here today, giving you guys a first impressions of the seasonal anime GARO. I think the full title is GARO Honoo no Kokuin. Thing here is this though. This series, listen, all you need is the first 3 minutes of the first episode, and you're in. You're in, dude. I was like, what the fuck is... Yo. Listen, let me tell you what the first 3 minutes are in the first episode. In essence, this is what it is. It takes place around the witch trials, like the witch burnings, like that era right there. That point in time in history. And basically, the first episode, you have a medieval type of setting. And then you have this lady. And this lady, there's a giant crowd around her. And she's going to be burned alive because she's accused of being a witch. And she's pregnant. And what happens here is that you have the king, he's looking upon this, along with his right-hand dude Mendoza. And pretty much what happens here is that the lady, they set fire to the branches. The lady, she's on fire. And then as the fire is around her, she gives birth. She gives birth when she's being burned alive. So right there, you're like, holy shit. And her baby is being protected by some type of barrier. So she is a witch. But here's what happens next. We have this dude. This dude apparently was a prisoner in the castle. Because this witch burning is taking place around the castle. He was a prisoner in the castle. And all of a sudden, he's like in the middle of the hallway. And he's decked out in this beastly wolf armor. I'm like, what the fuck, man? And then he bypasses all of these knights, does like this epic backflip. And he does an even more epic backflip after he strikes at Mendoza, the king's aide, bypasses the king. He dives in the middle of this fire where this lady's being burned alive. He grabs the baby, stares at it, the chick stares at her, at him, nods. He takes his cloth, because he has this giant cape. He wraps the baby in the cape. All of a sudden, a portal opens, and this uber massive, well not massive, but this uber metal horse comes out of nowhere and just gallops. The dude in the armor jumps on the horse and they're gone. And they jump off a cliff and the camera follows them as they jump off the cliff. Yo, the first 3 minutes is all you goddamn need. It's like, dude, what's happening in this shit right here? So, when it comes to the plot, you have the main character, Leon Luis. And then you have his father, Herman Luis, who was the guy who was wearing the armor at the beginning of the first episode. And the thing here is that when the first 3 minutes is 17 years or 18 years in the past. And then we jump to real time. When the baby who was in the middle of that fire is now a young man, around 18 years old. So the thing here is this. He's the main character. And his father, who was the guy wearing the armor, the wolf armor, which apparently that wolf armor's name is Zorro. It's fucking named Zorro. Thing here is this. They are warlocks. Specifically, they are Makai Knights. Now, here's the thing. When it comes to the main premise here, you have the palace and the church. They're like in this. They're like the same type of thing right there. And you have the king, you have the queen, you have the queen's son, you know, like their son, and then you have like the aides. Now, the main thing is that the main aide, Mendoza, like the right hand of the king, he is like the prima villain at this point in time. He has this thing against the Makai Knights. And basically, what happened here is that after that whole burning of the woman and the Makai Knight Zorro, Herman Luis, the father of Leon Luis, after he grabs his son and he bails. Thing here is this. Mendoza went on like a mock crusade, and throughout the country of Valiante, they start killing off all of the witches and all of the warlocks. Thing here is this though. The witches and warlocks actually have a very important role. They're not evil. In fact, in this sense, when it comes to tradition, witches and warlocks, they're evil per se. But in this sense, no, the church are the bad guys. They're the evil ones. But they are also there to maintain order and balance in the country of Valiante. So they're evil, but they're not evil. It's kind of weird. But the thing here is this. You have the warlocks and the witches. They have a duty, and their duty is to slay horrors. Now, horrors are the modern-day equivalent of demons. Apparently, back in ancient times, before the name demon was actually like in the books, they would use the word horror. So the warlocks and witches have a duty to actually, slay horrors. And horrors can possess people. They can take the form of animals and that kind of stuff. Like basic demon stuff. But the thing here is that it is the duty of the Makai Knights especially to go around slaying horrors. And when it comes to Leon Luis, the main character, the son of Herman Luis, he has a unique armor. He has the gold armor GAAAAAROOO. And GAAAAAAROOO is epic. It's epic. Yeah. Dude, GAAAAAAROOO is like, oh my god. It's basically, it's my thumbnail. Okay? GAAAAAAROOO is a golden lion armor with red eyes and like crackling hellfire. I'm like, oh dude, it's epic. It's epic. Alright, it's nasty. And Leon Luis, when his mother died in that fire, at the beginning of the first episode, he inherited the gold armor from her family lineage. The armors of the Makai Knights are passed down through lineage. And when she died, he inherited it. And it's beastly. It's so cool, man. Oh, God. So the thing here is this. When it comes to the main story premise, when it comes to the main plot so far that I'm gathering from the first 3 episodes, it's this. You have Herman Luis and Leon Luis. They have their travels across the country of Valiante as they are slaying horrors, aka demons. And they are trying to get revenge for Herman's wife, Leon's mother, and they're getting revenge upon Mendoza, the aide of the king, because the king himself is sick, so the king can't really run the country. It is the queen, his wife, and it is Mendoza who run the country in sense. However, there is a plot twist in episode 3, or episode 2, I forgot which one it was, but because I watched it. However, there is a plot twist wherein which you have the queen of the country, forgot her name. She was accused of being a witch by Mendoza himself. And the reason why is this. In one of the episodes, her son, Alfonso's son Valiante, Valiante, he has a birthday. He's like 21 years old, like something like that, whatever. He gets a necklace from his mom And apparently the aide of Mendoza, she sees that this necklace spews out like certain energy that is like Makai Knight related. So pretty much, Mendoza goes crazy and he charges the queen of the country with being a witch. The queen of the country. And the prince, the rightful heir to the throne, maybe, and I'll get to that real quick. The rightful heir to the throne, he has to leave the country and go into hiding. He tries to save his mom, but he can't. So the thing here is this. I say maybe because when it comes to this particular country, they have this hero. And this hero, there's a mural of him. And the mural it looks like a Makai Knight. And he has a lion face. The same exact look of GAAAAAAROOOO, the gold knight that Leon Luis inherited. Yo, dog. Yeah, GAAAAAAROOOO. It's awesome. So when it comes to the basics, right? The animation is, on average, it's actually pretty good, pretty fluid. I actually get like a weird Miyazaki feel from it. And it's because I can't really explain the animation, but it is fluid, it is pretty nice. I'm not going to use any clips because I'm not going to try and risk clips. However, when it comes to the animation, when they use their Makai Knight armor, it is so freaking good. The fights that are animated are so good. The choreography, the fluidity, the sharpness, the intensity, oh, the environment. I'm like, dog, the soundtrack is beastly. God, I love that shit, man. I love this. It's dope. It's dope. Like, when you watch the first few minutes, you get a clear understanding of the animation. You're like, wow, that is one hell of a contrast. When they rock that Makai armor, that's one hell of a contrast. Now, this is actually, I think, a series based off a game. I'm not too sure. Oh, wait, hold on. Maybe that's, because there's another series that I'm going to do a first impressions of today. And that one, I think, is based off a game. Yeah, a card game. But this one, I'm not too sure. But the thing here is this, though. It's pretty good animation. The pacing, it is nice and slow. It's not too fast. Like the pacing, they get what they... When they have a story premise, they cover it every episode. It's almost episodic. Like, it's almost like Inuyasha. Because I don't know how to really, like, classify that pacing, but there's an issue that has to be handled in a particular town or in a particular region, and they go in there with the Makai armor. There are certain subplot issues that actually have to be taken care of too. Like, for example, in the previous episode, you have Leon Luis. He has to attain this thing called Zaruba in order to maintain his power, because when it comes to the GAAAAAAROOOO armor, he can't fully control it. He needs an attachment to that. But the main plot here was that the other person, who was also Makai Knight, he wanted the ring for himself, the attachment for himself, but he wasn't worthy, it was for him. So he was being controlled by a horror. So the duty there was to kill him. Stuff like that. So the thing here is that it's episodic. Like, there's always an issue that has to be taken care of in a particular town, and then they go on to like the next town, or something like that. So that's the way the episodes are structured. And the pacing, I don't know what you classify it as exactly, but it's pretty good pacing. And I do like the story a lot. The story to me is cool. The characters are really cool. Herman Luis is a really funny dude. He's a playboy, a massive playboy. He's not really a dandy, but he's a massive playboy. And he always sleeps with like women and prostitutes. And you have his son, Leon. He's like really introverted. He's like never really says much at all. Has a lot of resentment. Always has like a scowl on his face. And it's a really funny contrast. And then there's a character called Emma she is not a Makai knight. She's a Makai alchemist or Makai priestess. She can't rock the armor, but she has like these like attachments that she can use to like attack demons with, and she's also pretty funny as well. Like it's a nice character. There's nice character chemistry that actually exists within the show itself. It's wonderful character chemistry. And then finally there is Mendoza himself, who's very creepy. He's very sinister, and it's ironic because he's like the head of like the church when it comes to this particular region, or the church slash the country itself, you know, because the king is sick and the queen was just charged of being a witch, and the prince had and the prince was exiled. So when it comes to the country being run, it's Mendoza, who has a distinct hatred for the Makai Knights, but at this point in time we don't know why. So that's pretty much it. The episode, the series so far, I think is fantastic. I'm loving it a lot. To me, it's epic. I love it. Beastly. Truly beastly. And I'm going to review episode 4 probably on Wednesday. Episode 5 I'm going to review whenever it comes out. But I'm on board. I'm on board. I'm massively on board. So I will see you guys later. If you haven't seen it yet, if you haven't watched GARO, watch the first 3 to 4 minutes. That's all you goddamn need, man. That's all you damn need. So, King of Lightning, rate the video, comment, subscribe, peace, and have a nice day. GAAAAAROOOO! Yes, man. Love that shit. I'm on board.